with the expression, don't try to put a square peg in a round hole. Well, yesterday I had a situation that was kind of like that. I met a senior candidate. He'd been around for 25 years, and he had extremely varied backgrounds. So he had run from logistics companies. He had managed two other companies in each different industries, and then he ended up running a very large international or global, actually, supply chain organization for a renowned brand. And now he was in a stage where he was, perhaps thinking of organizing or moving to another company. And he was facing the challenge and the problem that a lot of HRs and a lot of headhunters even were trying to box him, right? They were trying to put him in a certain box. And it was very difficult because he had done maybe 3-4 industries, and he had done from full P&L to managing a function, all sorts of things, right? So it's difficult to put in a box a candidate like that. And he was feeling a little bit frustrated, and he was asking me like, okay, what shall I do? Because it seems like people are trying to box me and I don't seem to fit a certain box. And then I asked him, how did you get your last job? And why did the person hire you? Because the person had hired him from a full P&L to managing a function in a very large international brand. And then he kind of thought and said, well, it was because that person appreciated his versatility, diversity, and ability to adapt to different situations, right? So the point that I'm trying to make, because it happens quite often that candidates, especially if you don't have a very linear trajectory. So some people have a linear trajectory, right? You tend to be in the same industry, you tend to move from place to place in the same industry. Nothing wrong with that. But certain people are not like that. Certain people maybe have shifted industries, maybe have done different things, and there's nothing wrong with that either. But the point I'm trying to make, don't try to be the square peg in a round hole. So if you're versatile, if you've done different things, and if people are trying to box you, well, leave them alone, right? Because you're not going to succeed, and you're not going to be happy anyways in terms of joining such an organization. What you should be focused on doing is finding that 5%, 10%, that's usually what it is, that will appreciate you and will take you for who you are, that will exactly hire you because you're versatile, because you have done so many things. And it's the same way in terms of, maybe people that have a linear career. They need to find those hiring managers that appreciate that. But bottom line, you are who you are. We are who we are. We cannot change that. We cannot fundamentally change. There's no point to try to fit a certain box. The best thing is to try to find and maximize and find that person, that hiring manager, that organization, that culture where we fit, and we're not the square peg in the round hole. We are the square peg in the square.